All right, so here's what we went over today in our Tai Chi class, right? We went over push, right? And to me, this is my little rant. To me, push is probably one of the most complicated moves, and you would think it's the simplest, but I think it's complicated because you're moving mostly sagittally, or at least that's meaning you're pressing forward. And so much of Tai Chi and trying to find efficiency, it's almost easier to find stuff that rotates, right? Because you can really sense the winding and the expanding. To me, it seems a little easier to find. Whereas when you're moving more kind of linearly, or what appears to be linearly, or more sagittally, it just can be a little bit more challenging to demonstrate. But let's dive into it. And I'm going to dive into it right off of this. First, we'll dive into it from ward off right, and I'm going to do it from this direction because this is how I'm teaching in the class. But and that's Zoom class, by the way. So if you're just tuning into this, because this is a public playlist and a public video, I do a Zoom class. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. You can direct message me off of YouTube if you're interested in doing this. All right, so ward off right. We're going to 1, turn a little to the right. 2, shift the weight back into that left leg. Left palm comes below that right elbow. 3, we're going to sweep the hands down and away. The palms float up to chest height, facing down. We're going to shift the weight forward, and then we're going to press the palms together. So that's what we went over in that last video, that roll away press. Here, we're going to just shift the weight back, and we're going to open up the hands. And then we're going to shift the weight forward, and you're going to push. So let's do it again, right? We'll do it from the press this time. So you just came in, you pressed. We're gonna roll back, separate the arms, roll forward, and then push. So here's why this becomes a little more complicated, right? It's like, where's the rotation? So again, if we're coming back, and I'll point this out here, here we are, ward off right, we turn, roll back, roll away, shift the weight forward as the palms come up. Now here we're kind of winding into this hip, so it's a little bit easier to find this wind and unwind into that movement. Whereas this, because you're moving linearly, it's sometimes hard to find. But here's the thing, right? So you're shifting forward, and as you shift forward, you're releasing. As Grandmaster William C.C. Chen says, you're creating, like, you're finding the bird. You're letting go. You're releasing in order to expand into shape, right? So we're releasing as if like a bird kind of taking flight, right? A bird flapping its wings. You're releasing in order to expand into shape or take flight. So, right, we're shifting that weight back, we're shifting that weight forward, we're releasing in order to take flight, right? So again, taking it from that press, we're going to reach back, shift back into that back leg, shift forward into that front leg, and as we do, right, we're releasing, and then we're expanding into shape, right? So again, shift the weight back, shift the weight forward, release, and into shape. So again, shift the weight back, open up the hands, shift the weight forward, sink into that foot, and then expand into shape. Again, right? Shift the weight back, open up the hands, shift the weight forward, sink into that front foot, and then wake up into shape. And again, notice we went over this in the class. I'm not reaching. I'm expanding just as much forward as I am back, right? So I'm expanding in all directions and maintaining that rooted, grounded base. So that same base is the same base here. It's the same base here. It's always the same, right? I'm not reaching, right? I'm reaching forward as much as I am reaching back. All right, let's do it again from ward off right. 1, we're going to turn to the right. 2, you're going to shift the weight back. 3, you're going to sweep the hands down and away. Palms float up. Shift the weight forward and press. Shift the weight back, open up the hands, shift the weight forward, and expand into shape. Push. Let's do it again this time, and I'm going to do this like I do it in the class. I'm going to face away. It just tends to be the easiest. Again, if you're just tuning into this and you don't participate in the class, it just tends to be an easier way to get the footwork, the stepping down. So let's go from ward off left, right? So we just did it from ward off right. Now we're going to do it from ward off left. So, all right, here we got right palm down, left leg's in front, right foot's behind, left palm holding the beach ball, right palm down. We're going to 1, turn to the left, palms face each other. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take that step back into the right. Shift your weight into that right foot and turn in, right? So left elbow drops, right hand comes up. 1, we're going to turn to the right. 2, we're going to shift the weight back. 3, we're going to sweep the hands down and away. The palms float up, shift the weight forward, and we're going to press the palms together. 1, we're going to shift the weight back, open up the hands. 2, shift the weight forward, sink into that front leg. And 5, expand into shape. Now, let's take it back even further. We're going to take it back to just that opening. Well, actually, we'll take it from the beginning. So, right, coming into that V-shaped stance, we're going to ground down to the feet, releasing ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, turn in the right. Release, ankles, knees, hips. As you inhale, reach forward and out. Exhale, pull the fingers back to you. Inhale, the tailbone drops, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. Exhale, we're finger painting down the wall. 1, we're going to turn to the left, shift into that left foot. 2, pivot out on the heel of the right. Place that foot down. Shift your weight into that right foot. Step directly forward with that left foot. Shift your weight into that left foot. That right foot turns in as the left hand comes up, right hand goes down. 1, turn to the left. Palms face each other. 2, pivot back to the right. 3, take a step back to the right. 4, shift your weight into that right foot. And 5, turn that left foot in. 1, turn to the right. 2, shift the weight back. 3, sweep the hands down and away. Palms float up, shift the weight forward, and press. Open up the hands as you shift the weight back, shift the weight forward, release, and then expand into your push. Awesome. I'm going to do it one time without saying anything so you can just observe. Again, this time facing the, actually, you know what I'll do is I'm going to move. Sorry for all the junk on my lanai. Let's see if that angle helps as well. Time, and this time we'll just do it from the front. We'll just keep that camera angle. this is helpful. Thank you, guys.